the NiP are going for this slow spread, because if you make a kill there, you can just leave one member of the team to hold that, swing someone back to cover off connector. Here's the opening that you were talking about. Twist going down with relative ease, and Forest basically mitigating any of these issues right there by finishing off that AK. So there are a few options right now, if you are North, that you could be opting to go for here. And with a bunch of rounds in the bank, I have no issues calling, you know, something a little bit more out of the box.
Yeah, well, which is your suggestion of the underpass brawl? Yeah,
go aggressive somewhere, but it needs to be like a pre-planned move, or it needs to be utility that everybody needs to know how to throw, right? Okay, sure. We can drop the smoke over towards the sewer pipe. If we do the one-way smoking connector, maybe someone can take advantage of that. You need to make sure that you have these moves in your back pocket, and I'm assuming teams at this level well and truly should. It just depends, do they have all the right pieces in the right places to make that happen right now? Yugi has the AWP. This time we'll have some armor behind it, so it won't be the glass cannon like we previously saw, and he's going to be taking it over towards B.
If he goes for an early fight, perhaps even short if he's feeling brave. I'd actually see an early smoke towards Monster. He's going to go through this one. This is what you were asking for, a smoke to play around though. Gives Lekro a shot, and I think hearing that Molly extinguish is going to put a little bit more hesitance into his advance. Oh, Yugi completely caught off guard. Lekro gets the timing right, but just as I say that, Gade has an opportunity to do exactly the same. To fight the favor him, but still works out nicely for Lekro. 2 huge frags to start off round 21.
Now you see Yugi going for the play there, as Cajun should be getting closed down any moment here.
Smoke's good. Push will come in. Cajun is going to have to deal with Res. He can't quite handle it. Now the round is sealed.
Okay, so because Yugi went solo aggressive, right?
Yeah.
He pushed that position on his own. There's no trade potential, and it's not even really a move. It's just a risk to find an opening kill. As soon as that smoke came down and nobody fought him early, he's kind of overstaying his welcome. You know Flash is going to come through. There's a potential for the door to swing open. We could see that the 2 other members from North, they weren't in a position to push through Connector and help him out. It was just a solo play. So it was taking a risk, but it wasn't a calculated risk in the sense of having your entire team there to go for that play and make that all-in worthwhile. If you're going to do a play like that, just have them go toe-to-toe. Have the biff go down. Because if you're going to lose a play like that anyway, so much pressure's applied. We saw how easy NiP just walked onto that B bomb site, and that was it. The round's over, the bomb's about to explode, and the bank continues to grow.
Burtington nurse quite a comfortable bank balance. AZ once again will be preserving his rifle, but his team won't be able to join him on his adventure into the next. Certainly not with the matched firepower. Lekro on your screens really has been developing and growing into the leadership role he's been thrust into, and I think alongside Pitta, one of the contributing factors in NiP's rise to power.
There is a lot to be said, and I'm not detracting anything from Lekro right now. This is almost just Counter-Strike as a whole at this point. I think the players are so much smarter across the board. I think that they have to know so much more theory about the game, how to react. They're not needing to be nursed and their hands held in certain scenarios. They should be knowing how to react. And now that we're getting more and more support stuff, obviously Pitta and Mytha here, the coaches standing behind them respectively during this tactical timeout, get to chip in with advice, pre-game stuff. You have analysts, you know, who are doing the hard work, and then the vessels, the managers, the coaches, they know how to feed the information to the players. They're digesting that and then taking that into their own game. You don't hear as much these days. Well, you still hear it a little bit, the cliche of, yeah, we go in and play our own game. But there's obviously nuances of how you're going to deal with certain teams. You know, often in the back of your mind that the player's a lurker or this or that or another. Well, let's get this one underway here as round number 22. We'll see an M4 for AZ. Upgraded pistols on the remaining players for that of North, and a little bit of utility. We saw something like this work in the first half, and this is more like it. This is a team-based aggressive play, and they're actually going to try and boost on up to look over into backyard, but Rez could be offered up a couple of cheeky kills here.
I'm not sure AZ's going to be ready for this one, especially when eyes are drawn towards Lekro. He might open that door and maybe finish the job. That's the rifle gone. Does look like it's going to be scavenged away, though. Cajun B will be pulling that safely out. There is Kevlar available on Gate, so it makes sense. Swap that one over to the leader.
Timing on this.
Roster Kierby caught out. Great work from Plopsky as he continues to push up. Long still does have the presence of Yugi. And Plopsky's a little ahead of the pack here. He could be a freebie. Now, however, reveals his location. Couldn't quite find the final bullet. Down to 13, though.
Oh, that nade just missing as well, landing on the top of the truck. If it was
an inch to the left.
Yeah, that could have been Plopsky being taken out of the round. Now, Cajun knows there's a dropped SG back over towards B, but not sure if he wants to be going for that. Gade could, however. It's just Cajun standing close, seeing if everyone wants to push on through. But now we have a competitive game on our hands. NiP, they've really brought this one back. Going to be 10 rounds to their name. Forest might not clear this corner. I would say he's probably just going to start the hunt. Cajun doesn't have a kit, guys, so there won't be any Goblin Diffuse potential coming on in here. He's just going to see if he can get an exit kill. Not going to be offered up anything. We'll make noise now, and Forest will get the kill. And that's just going to leave Gade in the water over towards B.
Didn't see it. There you go. No complaints from Gade as he keeps AZ's rifle in the running for round 23. Just the rebuy necessary for Rez. Let's see that again from North POV. The boost to start things off. Lekro, if he doesn't get that frag, things could have spiraled.
Yeah, it was very good the way that they did that pick, though. You could see Lekro poised and waiting at the door, so as soon as Rez swung and took contact, he was able to open the door and have a fight from a different angle. So that's, you know, fantastic awareness there from Lekro, or maybe something that's pre-planned from the Ninjas, but it's good to see these little innovations coming out more and more so in every single little environment. There's going to be a deep monster smoke over towards B and a 4-man lean early, but as we can see right now, Twisty's going to get boosted up and over. Not seeing anything jump spotting over towards Sandbag or over towards Heaven. And sewer control, it will be conceded in this time.
It was something that North had no issue taking on their T side. This time it seems they fancy... As you see...
Excuse me, please?
You can spot the boost from jail?
Excuse
Today
me,
I
please?
learned, I think. Because now that's going to enable this CT aggression to be poised and patient for the late arrival towards Monster. AZ, the scout, every team wishes they had. Cajun being Gade, positioned like musketeers. And they fill them full of powder. Nice frag. Rez, however, trades, keeps things competitive. 60 seconds still on the clock, and the bomb's in playground. They're not in a rush here.
Yeah, very strange that they get that kill and then immediately move out of position. Obviously, a trade was always going to happen, but they had 2 rifles there. They could have potentially just stood and fought. Now, with the 4v4, things get thrown into a little bit of disarray. Kierby in that forward position potentially just stood and fought. I think he's going to be hearing a lot of these footsteps right now as they get closer and closer. Forest, things get thrown into a little bit of disarray. Kierby in that forward position, he's going to have a lot of work.
Yeah, this should be impossible. Good damage. Not able to convert. Forest on the hunt as well. He knows Yuki plays around.
He's going to have a lot of work.
Rather aggressive here on the toilets. He's already been tagged up for 19. We'll finish the job with a wide swing. However, tagged. Or bullet in his thigh as this round continues to play out. Nice work from AZ, but one is not enough. Does have the support from Cajun, but why he pulled out his knife? Puts it all onto AZ. Half health, no health, and an 11th for NiP. After what was such a shambles to start things off on their defense, they have managed to find form, and we were worried. You know, you talked about Nuke with a paranoia in your voice about, you know, if they don't warm up in Overpass. Well, you can throw that one out the window. NiP clearly have found form before this first map completes.
Yeah, look, there's a couple of big question marks for North in this round right here. NiP, when they started this map off, they were looking lost. They were being picked apart. It was just getting spread out across the board. And now, well, another timeout's going to come on in. Maybe starting to feel the pressure here because NiP are looking relatively unstoppable at this point. They're getting away with whatever they want. And I was just saying the same thing about North not that many rounds ago. So lots of talk, lots of discussion. We need to once again preface this. If North win 2-0,
that's 2 TWO.
That's not dropping a map.
Correct.
They will qualify for Udensa. However, if NiP win just 1 map, they will take that slot. So this map right here, it means everything. The next map, it also means everything.
Yeah, it's for a trip to one of the headline acts to finish 2019. Not only that, but also a chance for North to prove their worth to the Danish crowd live in Odense. NiP, all they need is one. And all I need is love.
We're all looking for it, Alex. Maybe one day we'll find it. If not, we've always got each other in this beautiful video game. Now, another scrappy buy. We saw a lot of this game, just some lightly upgraded pistols, maybe a little bit of Kevlar, some smokes to delay, and more boost. These guys love getting up and over. Doesn't matter where the wall is.
They just like sitting on their faces.
Doesn't matter how it looks.
Let's see if North can make these pistol rounds more intimidating than the Ninjas did.
No early commitment here, and you know, I can agree with that logic.
Yeah, you're not one to commit early, are you?
Keep him.
That's a yikes from me. Sorry,
it's all flashing back.
Yeah.
It's all flashing back.
I'll take the reins. Chad's having a moment. He looks like that dog from the GIF staring at cupcakes, and Plopsky with a double through the smoke. Lovely start to a lovely round. I'm not sure how he managed it. I'm sure North don't either. But with 40 seconds left, the bomb's already going to be going down, and the chances for North dwindling in round 24. Just sidearm some Kevlar, sure, but it's not going to help Kjaerbye. No helmet present, and a Krieg in the hands of Forrest nullifies it all. Hoping to do a little bit of damage now on the way out. Take a head, take a rifle. Well, dream realized. Cajun B looking to scavenge that one away.
Yeah, it's not bad to be getting these kills, especially on the likes of Lekra Rez and a little bit on Forest. But when you look at the money for Plopsky and Twist,
oh Jesus!
Yeah, you start to think, well, they could buy a jet ski, maybe get the trailer behind that one as well. Then they're going to have a really good summer. But that's what I'm saying. At this point of the game, unless you're doing more damage than what North are currently looking at.
Yeah.
Look, Plopsky now has 16k. He's maxed out, ladies and gentlemen. So he's got, you know, a bunch of gun rounds. He can drop for his teammates. They have enough money to work with here for basically the rest of this game.
That's good. It's two very flimsy CT sides we've seen. I mean, of course, you could flip it on its head and say two spectacular T sides, but look at this from Plopsky, just spraying wildly into the smoke and winning the round for him. Finds a third as well. I've got a fun fact for you about me, Chad.
Okay.
I think you know quite a lot about me, but did you know I've never been on a jet ski?
I didn't know that.
There you go.
I don't think I've ever been on a jet ski either, so...
Well, I guess we've got that in common.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go for a jet ski birthday party. Is that a thing?
We live somewhere where it's very possible to go jet skiing.
That's true. We haven't really got an excuse anymore. Ooh.
But now we're all tied up, and Plopsky wants to get aggressive and connector. He's come alive in this second half. Plopsky, 17 kills to his name right now. The first half, he was nowhere to be seen, and, well...
Oof, that's going to hurt. You go for a two-man lean into underpass, and one man is all it takes. Plopsky shrugs off the stack. And Easy looking to dig himself out of the hole he has been thrust upon. Reveals his location as he finds Forrest on long. Hanging out with the tree.
Well, this is going to all come down to timing here. Plopsky's had a couple of awkward ones here where he's come out on top. The flash is going to come over. The peak will come on through, and Easy's going to keep them alive the best he can. He was the hero in the first half. Managed 18 kills, now he's up to 25. Let's see what more he can do as we have found ourselves in a 3v3.
Jumping for info could be punished. Twist is considering it. Oh, that's a very hard shot to hit. It wasn't even the box jump. Even harder than that, the jump for info on APC. You only get the tip of the head. Sometimes the tip's enough. Cajun B gonna get the one. Lekro to trade. Puts him into a 2 versus 2. Time still plentiful. Gade realizing that he doesn't have to stick out like a sore thumb on that box. Instead, ooh, info knows Lekro's on short. This is gonna be a question of timing.
Oh, he's made noise.
Oh, he does make noise and still can't quite find the bullets. Twist, however, shut down. AZ continues to do it all. A triple kill in the round after an early man lead given to the Ninjas. That's a big win for North, and it breaks their silence on the second half.
Very, very important for North here, but the fact that they only have so few members surviving there, this is where the issues...
Talking about Plopsky's jet ski again.
Oh, this is where the issues for North really come into play, right? Because the power of the SG at the moment, it is so very, very potent. We will get the full buy coming out. Gade doesn't have a Molotov. You can see here there's no smoke in the hand of AZ. They're using their utility very, very early right now.
A fast one from Monster. And look at this from Kjaerbye. In the absence of utility, he opts for aggression.
The problem here is all of these fights are so scary for an M4, knowing that the SG can creep around that corner, knowing that if you wanted to play a normal angle, you're always going to be at a disadvantage of these fights. You had to deal with the AK-47 before, but they had to hit that bullet very, very precise. So you get a few more opportunities with that Krieg in play.
This is a very aggressive stance from Cajun early. Pushes out Monster. Great supportive flash from AZ. An impossible fight for Rez to win. Now Twister's fallen as well, north. Seeming the best defense is a good offense at this juncture. 20 round, 26. Now up against the odds, 3 versus 5.
See these aggressive moves that they've gone for, though. They've always been off the back of a teammate flashing them in, or they've been working together. It hasn't just been something on their own, and well, they've really been able to capitalize on this spread out default of NiP right now. You can see the money on the left-hand side of your screen starting to whittle for Lekro. Rez is also in the doldrums, and Twist, well, he had 14K a couple of rounds ago. Being an AWPer, it ain't a cheap job.
It ain't a cheap lifestyle.
Yeah, your tools, they cost a lot of money. Plopsky, if he can continue to get some kills here, making sure that North aren't able to start building an economy, this one won't be looking like it's done and dusted just yet.
He showed the bomb as well, which is actually going to work out wonderfully for Lekro's lurk.
Time is the problem here, though.
Yeah, you're right. 13 seconds. The round's over. There's no way that bomb's going to be going down. In another universe, however, it would have been enough. But with the bomb spotted, it's just a question of damage control. Or damage dealt, I suppose. I mean, you could probably really screw North with a frag here, but it doesn't seem like he has enough time. I was hoping for... Oh, AZ's staring at the concrete. He'll keep hold.
So because North have been taking more heads-up fights now, or at least been a little bit more proactive on the map, NiP should look to do the same. They should try and take somewhere as a pack a little bit earlier, then maybe you could look to isolate this aggression that's coming out, right? We had Kjaerbye soloed long. He was taking a bit of a gamble there. We had Cajun getting flashed through an aggressive play through Monster. In the previous round, obviously the trades went down early in the round, but AZ was getting flashed back out into positions. If you're NiP right now, what you could aim to do is quite a swift, decisive play. Maybe go take long control, execute onto the A bomb site, see if you can get some early information or trades going on in that regard. Don't be just waiting for them across the map, because they now have an approach to deal with your default. They now know if we wait for some timings, we flash, we pick, we put a little bit of pressure here, we put a little bit of pressure there, we can pick you apart.
And taking Yugi out of that aggressive toilet stance does seem to be working out well for them as well. He was previously falling to the pack role of NiP late. Not the case in the last 2 rounds. North now just 2 away from being halfway through their 2-0 dream. If you have just joined us, they need to win this lead for a trip to Unsa Pro League Finals in December. NiP just has to be one map win.
We have seen so many boosts in this map, just everywhere, just all across the map. CT's holding with boosts, CT's boosting behind smokes, CT's
boosting on sandbags, triple boosting, quad boosting.
Someone go back and count the boosts. Yeah. Let's get Harry and Hugo on it right now. They're not doing anything.
A boost tally. S'il vous plaît.
So this is just more of the same. It is just that default spread. We're not seeing anything more decisive. We're not seeing them kind of run into the hands of North. They're just hoping that what worked for all those rounds before can continue to work right now. And, well, maybe this time around the approach over towards the B bomb site could be the correct answer. We saw what North were able to do when they could just walk through that monster position, heads down. Yeah,
but that just, it did look like a flaw in the hold, though, more so than a successful strat.
Oh, that late smoke as well. That means that Twist is going to have to... I thought he was going to hold off, but they're going to go for it.
Through the smoke's the plan. KGB is going to get himself tucked in perfectly, and oh, Rez, none the wiser. What a great camera angle. As Gade rips them out of the stratosphere. Forest is the next on the chopping block. Cajun B ensures he goes down quick, and now all on Twist. 25 seconds, but that's a brutal way to go out. You look to charge through the smoke, but just as he starts to work out what's happening, you see the smoke coming out from the T side. He realizes that they're going to commit on this, and they're coming through that smoke.
Yeah, good economy of utility right there over towards that B bomb side. That smoke coming down so late is really what made that all possible. And the rotation times on a map like Overpass, there would have been absolutely no way NiP could have changed their mind right there and then. And now, only being 1 round away, things are looking good.
1 round away to being halfway to the Pro League Finals.
Need to keep a clean sheet.
Clean sheet. That's an analogy enough. That looked far too easy for Gade. Great multi-kill from him. Cajun B to mop things up. And so it's all on this then. NiP. They have managed to make quite the game of this after just 4 rounds on their CT side. Will it all crumble now? CT starts does seem aggressive early. I said that, actually gave my mistake. I thought he was up in water instead, just going to be playing by the boost.
It's a little bit different this time around. They've gone back to getting that water control early. Not leaning so many members over towards that A bomb site to push back toilets. You can see with the minute 20 left on the clock that North are already playing very, very defensively over towards A. They only have a little bit of information in the hands of Yugi, who's jumping back and forth. Kirby's not going for any over towards long. And what that'll allow is a quick rotation over towards the side. But the flash comes in.
Ooh, just in the nick of time. Gade was tagged up, but likely would have been completely fragged had he not had that team flash for escape. Now Plopsky. Start the walk. Jaws theme starts to play. But North, they're going to have everything. They've got Heaven, Boost, or had, past tense, because Twist was staring right at it. Now they explode onto the side. This is going well so far. Damage inflicted by AZ, but the hunt is on. Lekro, he wants more. Lusting towards as the flash arrives. He realizes he's headed to Heaven. And the duel begins. AZ low, sent even lower. And a clean 5-man, still standing push from NiP. Puts the 13th on the board. Kirby nowhere to make an impact.
Now this is where it gets very, very rough for North, right? Because if you look at the money right now on the right-hand side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that Yugi, he doesn't have a lot. Cajun, after the round loss bonus, will potentially be able to drop. AZ will have enough. Kirby holds on to this. He's going to have enough. And Gade for sure. But
AWPing's an expensive habit, Chad.
it is. It's not good for your health either.
Yeah.
But if they go all in here, right? If they buy into this one, they're going to find themselves. If you get max loss bonus on the last round of the game as a CT, it's not good enough. There's not enough money.
That is an interesting way to summarize some of the flaws for the CTs. You're right. Max loss bonus isn't enough.
No.
Not for everything you want.
No.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, you got to make some choices. You have to make some very big choices. That's where the UMPs come out.
Flick,
the Famouses.
Boom! Is there no way to make that boost more subtle? You have to go further back.
They were doing it at the very back.
Yeah, they were.
They were giving it a crack at the very back. I suppose you could get a 3-man situation where one guy is not on the pallet.
You're like making like a platform and
jump
they like jump onto it
and then stand up and. Yeah.
That's the way. It does cost you a lot. But I did love all the thought processes of North as the advance was coming in. They had Heaven, Water, and a boost coming in from Graffiti, and still that round just completely got ripped from them.
I think that was boost 39 for the game, actually. Hugo's furiously tallying away
he's
right now.
He's got a pencil behind his ear and an abacus right now.
We'll see how many more we can get up to. But round 29 on the board here, they've got that full investment going on. Cajun, I believe, would have been able to drop an AWP over into the hands of Yugi, but it's not this round I'm worried about. It's the next one if North aren't able to convert right here, because they weren't able to get anything done with those low buys before. But Yugi's going to kick it off. Plopsky will get the trade on in. He's really come alive in this second half.
Gets the Krieg in his hands and comes alive. Oh, Lekro, huge catch. And he wants to go further, but look what it's cost him. He goes down. Rez elsewhere on the extremity towards Underpass. Kirby can Scarper, and that's exactly what he's doing. Falling all the way back into the A site with a man advantage. It falls to Plopsky and Twist to fight off match point. Bomb on the back of Twist, and plenty of time. They're not in a rush. But Plopsky will be thorough. Easy jumping for info. Gets it. Will fall back. Now, is that the bomb? No, it's not.
It didn't draw a rotation either. Nobody on the B bomb side even considered moving. They didn't even flinch right there. So Plopsky's going to have to force out a duel right here if NiP want any chance in this round. They're going to be getting aggressive right now over towards the sandbag position. So Twist, he could be caught completely unawares here. This could basically be the game right now. He's going to get one. Can he get his second Twist from absolutely nowhere? And Plopsky, he's going to take down AZ. How did that happen?
Double pushing. You have the man advantage, and it's up against an AWP. It all looks so good, but Twist, a quick flick and a quick second. Woo! He stays stalwart because he knows what the next round entails. They are looking for one. I will remind you, the finals are for the Ninjas. A trip to Odense, 750,000, the battle for Pro League. And if you want that ticket, you need one map. They've been staring down the barrel of 15 for one. Now a second. Let's see how this last one goes down. It certainly does look a whole lot easier than the first, but Kirby, look at the aggression he's managed to pull out of this one.
All those nades being used is surely a tell, though. NiP have to be ready for something.
I knew it was coming. Twist had his heels dug in, and Plopsky, similar case, but a fantastic flash. Doesn't stop Plopsky from drawing blood. Yugi gone too. North, they've got plenty of tricks up their sleeve on this CT side. There's no absence of goofs and gaffs and pages from the strat book.
This is what you need to have in your back pocket at all times, is ability to constantly be flashing for your teammates. Now, sure, sometimes it won't pay off. Sometimes you'll just get taken out when maybe you shouldn't. But that was the buy we were worried about for the last round of the game. Now with only 3 members staying alive, we're going to need a miracle. And AZ, he's been the man delivering thus far.
27 frags, man.
Has been going for a little bit of Jesus cosplay lately, so maybe he could be the man to give them a little bit of life. However, Plopsky's going to take that away.
Yeah, perhaps he's going to be wanting to turn water into wine, actually, instead.
Red wine, I hope.
Of course. A nice Merlot.
Yeah.
Biblical Merlot. It's Gade and Cajun B, though. Round's not over. Gade does remind us of that. It's only going to be the one, though. We're off to overtime. It's not yet sealed for either squad. And NiP, I'm going to be very interested to see if their CT side looks a little different, because that was, of course, how we got to such a strong North lead in the first place.
So that was 15-12, right? That was 15-12 right there for North. NiP off the back of some magic that they've been displaying time and time again. Twist yesterday on Nuke. Remember that 1-on-3 that he had to win up from that ramp position? That was something special. They continue to bring us the old cliches. And now, Plopsky, in the first half, he was the bottom fragger. He is now the top fragger.
I mean, there is definitely a correlation between Plopsky and turning it on the T side. He is such a nuisance for his opponents once he gets into that attacking mindset and gets his weapon of choice, the Krieg, in his palms as well. So, MR3, 16K. We're off to play. And Kirby's off on a bit of a charge, inspired perhaps by the previous round in regulation. He got that gap with a 5-7. Now he's done it with a full rifle.
It's a 3-man lean right now from North. This is an all-in.
Oh, despite the flash, Yugi catches Necro. Timing worked out. But the escape will be a little more laborious. Saying that, actually seems like NiP are going to assume there's somewhat of an aggressive stack, and instead are just going to start charging into the 2 members remaining on B. That seems to be the plan, but North,
it's a race.
Have worked this one out. It looks like it's off to the race course. Molotov's flying in. This is going to be a very interesting turn of events. Forest the first one in. Flash is working out well to force the CTs back, and already sight gained, but there is not yet clearing out Cajun B. Sitting by the barrels, Red will be thorough as hell. Pulls to the sidearm. The Glock works out nicely. Kirby and AZ, however, are doing everything they possibly can to make Yugi's 1 versus 2 doable. Now into the 1 versus 1. Rez's health less of an issue unless that 5-7 comes out from Yugi. Bomb will go down. Wallbang the possibility, but just over the head. And Rez was ready for the fight, but he just jumps into the jaws. Yugi, well handled. 3 in that round on the retake.
That's always such a scary position to be in when you're res planning that bomb, because you know he could push up at any moment. He could be shift walking up on that right-hand side. You
almost have to peek for info, right?
Yeah, it's such a scary, especially on low HP, like he was, such a scary position to be in.
And so, if you moonwalk backwards, if you assume that, it's a brutal one.
So many angles.
And you've completely denied yourself vision. You've just stared at the floorboards for 5 seconds in a 1v1. It's a scary time.
Yeah, that B-bomb site can be a very, very cruel mistress, but that was all kicked off by you getting a kill completely blind right there, so props to the AWP player now from North, getting them on the board early. He did have 3 to his name in that one right there, and surprisingly, NiP going back for this default spread, not going back towards B, where they did find success towards the later stages.
It does seem like NiP, for a while now, have been very comfortable in their defaults and faithful in them as well. That's fantastic from Kirby. The same flash coming out from Gade, and this time it works out wonderfully. Plopsky is shut down. KGB's doing all the work alongside Kirby. NiP, this T side. Ooh, Forest has given them a way in of round 2 of this OT. Strolling up towards the A site and announcing it's pretty barren. Got the info, he's waiting for it, but Kirby quicker on the trigger. Throws Twist into what could be a long round. It's a team game, but he's on a solo mission. 50 seconds, 3 to find, and bomb on his back. Those are the state of affairs. He had the info from Forest that Kirby pushed toilets, so he'll be clearing that one out, and Gade's going to get all that info on the jump peak. Now, unfortunately for Twist, they can piece this one together. The Molotov, cancelled by him. The nade hurts. This round looks like it's all good for North. and doing everything right is Gade. He can now play around that smoke. He might even get a line of sight over the bin. It was Kjaerbye to finish. And a solid lockdown from North on their CT side.
Yeah, and now it feels all too predictable that NiP will probably lean back towards that B bomb site. If I'm the guys from North here, this is fantastic here. This is, as you mentioned, we did see it earlier with the pistols on the board, but there's a lot of flash work that's been going on for North right now. I'm sure when we get Hugo and Harry on the desk, they'll be able to break down all the flash assists that they've been seeing here today.
Yeah, I mean, the flash assists from the North boys have been looking unbelievable.
Yeah, there's like 3 in the name for Gade, 3 for Yugi. There's a whole bunch on the board.
And those are the only ones that were converted. I mean, it does seem like there was a lot of opportunities that didn't quite go their way. AZ, however, has given North exactly what the Doctor ordered, an opening frag to complete the seamless defense.
See, it is just that B walk, right? So you're going to be keeping 3 players over here. Maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's all right. Just a pixel of Cage and B's head, but it was all Plopsky needed, and now looking to accelerate. But no trade at all available. AZ and Gade locking down B. One-on-ones gifted to them, and they are going to be doing nothing but smiling and greeting them with bullets. Sporadic spray, hoping for it's not his day, my goodness. And that's the round, that's the half. 18 to 15. Ninjas in pajamas have got very little to work with.
Alex, how are you at maths?
I'm okay.
So if the first half score was 11-4 to the T side of North.
Yes.
And then the CT side of North, they won how many rounds?
Well, they won 4, Chad.
Yes, to get us into overtime. Now they've just won 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Where was this in regulation?
Precisely.
Good question. And I don't have the answer, I'm afraid.
Well, we just saw it, so whatever they did, maybe they could do it again. But now on the T side, North have some questions to ask. We saw them very pack-rolly before. It wasn't too much of the default spread. They were very decisive. Lots of action through long, lots of action through that B.
A triple boost on a buy, that's something. And North, admittedly, were taking a lot of control water early.
They're going to do the jump up when they hear... ooh, okay, I thought they were going to...
You hate to see it. Now, for those unaware, when you go for the triple boost, you have to be stuck. You have to be sticking yourself into an object, otherwise you will just slip off.
The biggest problem with that is the information. There's 3 players on that side of the map in that area, meaning right now, North could punish if they really want, but they haven't accelerated anywhere.
Yeah, they don't even have the bomb at this point. Looks like North were planning on taking a slower stance and aren't able to adapt on the fly. Twist, however. Ooh, not so lucky
Trouble.
as Yugi. Flashed and forced off. The Molotov buys him enough time to hold this line, but he's going to have to get out of there soon. Does exactly that. He's got plenty of lines to fall back. This is an AWPer's dream, the toilet area. So many different lines of sight you can fall back to sequentially. This is going to be a first for Overpass here. Should they commit down long. Rez. It's been rather quiet for him on this side of the map before, and now he's got a chance for a multi. That's great. However, it's an AWP, but still the bullet's working out well for him. Yugi's down to 23. He's going to go for the repeat. And well played by Rez to connect another bullet, when it wasn't enough to send Yugi home. Twist with the tag as well. They are so low, all battered and bruised, but 3 hearts still beating for the Danish Lions. Starting their advance. Forrest can finish this right there, and that's not the player he was looking for, but he'll take it. Looking to buy some time. Kjaerbye has opened up this site. Oh my goodness, this could be it. 5 seconds, that's the bomb carrier. Kjaerbye, he has got just enough time, but instead he's going to push for the frag. 2 seconds, 1 second, and Plopsky, he just plays the game of survival instead. That was far too close for comfort.
Oh, so close to getting the kill after time there as well. Obviously, we have 16k in overtime, not the end of the world, but it is throwing a bit of salt in the wound.
God, Kjaerbye actually had a real shot there. He could have won that with 1 second on the clock.
I think it's very important what you pointed out when Forrest got the kill towards long. Because of the flurry of that, I think he assumed he had killed the close player. Right. Otherwise, he would have probably stayed to fight. Getting caught in transition there, it was very, very scrappy. But all kicked off there by Rez with the multi-kill over towards long. Without that, they would have definitely been in a rough spot. Oh.
That's unreasonable.
Yeah, that's a little bit frustrating if you are Cajun.
Oh, and now nades are landing at your teammates' feet. Admittedly, it's not too much to write home about, but that damage does nullify the power of the AK over the M4. Those headshots hurt now.
Oh no.
Are they going to do stack nades? They were, but now Yugi's already caught Lekro. An aggressive stance from the AWP, and now the nades come flying in. No one to receive, but it's a lot of information all the same. We'll have 3 CTs invested in towards B.
And here's the problem as well. NiP just invested a lot of utility based off that frag that came on in. They smoked Monster, they Molotoved over towards the short position. That's only leaving them with 2 smokes to work with now to delay it over the course of a minute. A couple of flashes if they want to get hefty on the retake, and everybody has diffuse kits, so that's not going to be too much of a problem. However, the number disadvantage and the unknown side of things is Twist up close and personal. Might need some more absolute heroics from this man right here. The most recent addition has to go big.
Bang. All away as well. Twist keeps the level playing field for now. And Rez actually going to be tucking himself in. That smoke does give Twist a nice opportunity. And he'll be able to back away from that one. It's well played. Good survival from the Swedish. Oh, an aggressive from Rez. AZ was ready for it. 31 frags from him. He really has been the saving grace for North in pursuit of a clean sheet. Nice frag from Twist, though.
Needs more.
Build the gap. He has the bomb as well. It's surely going to be a rotate from Plopsky. He's on his way. With 15 seconds left, time is not on North's side. They start their advance. They won't be able to acknowledge the flank. And Kirby, he's taken down alongside Yugi. Bomb from Gade can be pushed by Forest. 1 versus 2. It's not going to work out well. And NiP 2-0 on their defense. Will this be a second overtime?
Imagine both having very, very poor CT halves and then just clean sweeping and taking us to a second overtime. This could be something wild right now because NiP, even though it is getting dicey, even though the last 2 rounds have been very, very close, they're still standing strong. I think that I said the same thing with NiP on their T side. I think the same thing from North. They'll probably just lean back towards that B bomb site, try and aim map through Monster. Twist did a good job of staying alive here. The fact that he got away after that kill went through long. This was curious. Rez running into the barrel right there of AZ. He'll take those every day of the week.
But you're right, Twist enabled that round to start rotting the clock to the point where they only had a few seconds to make their final decisions. Fast molly short, fast smoke Monster. They head towards a bit of a sticky situation. This time they wait for the nade and it's going to be a rinse repeat. Early access given to them despite the wallbang, despite the Molotov, despite the nade. North continue their advance. Plopsky uncharacteristically only gets 1, and now AZ's the one just forward in a path. He wants the map. Forest is going to make things a little more difficult. A fly in the ointment, if you will.
Double orb retake on the B bomb site, though.
It's not what you want. Forest holding the line, and good shots from AZ just into the shoulder blade. It's going to get a bit hot and spicy for Forest. Down to 3. Smoke will enable him to get his utility out relatively uncontested. The nade onto AZ! So someone else is going to have to take the bomb plant duties. This is a circus. Another nade. Good catch, Cajun, and will soften him up just a little. 2 versus 3, but with Forest HP, it could be a little problematic. He will upgrade to the rifle as well. Molotov for the plant. What?
What?
Excuse me? Forest so quick on the trigger, now all onto Yugi. This could be another overtime.
Twist has a smoke. Twist has a smoke.
Twist is going to have to get out. He's only got 16 HP. Now the smoke arrives, and so does the defuse. The spray won't connect. We're going to another overtime. Wow!
What a circus of a round!
Yeah, Bitter's face says it all. Relief. Gosh, the mollies are coming out. Everyone's got 4 HP. You better hope you got a smoke. And Forest, I mean, with his 4 HP, he managed to find that frag. Gosh, nice. It is the smallest margins right now determining the victors of these rounds. That's 3 that NiP could easily have not won. I mean, if you frame it like that, North have been so close to picking up the first in this series. But it continues, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all for a spot in the Pro League finals.
This time around, the smoke will land. Grabbing some playground control early is Yugi, posting up towards long. Lots of pressure could be applied onto Rez here. He is the solo aggressor over towards the A side of things, as Twist has opted to sit more in the back lines here, just posted up waiting for somebody coming up through this connector. Now, North previously did a lot of long play and then cleared back through toilets to come on the A bomb site that way, and it looks like maybe they want to go back to that approach. Gade and AZ, they were leading the charge before. We were singing their praises as far as the opening kills, and they need more of that right now. This
is such a brave angle from Rez. He will have the supportive flash from his teammate, but he's not going to swing on that. That's a shot. Gade, however, nullifies the threat. North with the early man lead. Lekro to fill the void on long. Forest to tuck in on toilets.
Forest could play spoiler like we saw Kirby do in the earlier piece here. Not going to be using a smoke to his advantage, but still getting up close and personal.
Oh, a dink. Gade cut down to 6, but another frag for him. Yugi's a bit on an island at this point, and so that should be a freebie for Lekro. Takes it. But Kjaerbye, drive-by, securing the first. That's an assumption I'm making. Plopsky and Lekro to play spoiler. But bomb in. And a 2 versus 4 for NiP.
Wow.
Quick from AZ, puts it into a 2 versus 1, and you can't do anything when their aimers are performing. 35 now for AZ. Kjaerbye shaved 10 off, down to 25, but I mean, that really does put into perspective just how good of a game AZ has been having.
Yeah, he was blistering in that first half, really setting the pace on their T side, and now looking to do it again here. And they have 1 on the board. That's the first T round that we've seen out of the last 7. So the drought has been broken. Let's see if it can become a bit more than just a drip. North now opting to lend 4 players over towards B. Cajun just going to be doing his default duties over towards that A site, putting out that Molotov, putting in those somebody is there, and well, oh, AZ going to be peppered on down. 53 points of health remaining after that grenade lands in his boots.
Oh, went through the wall. They've been doing it so consistently, but this time it works out. Another one of North's walks. This time I think Plopsky's going to be playing an angle that enables him to catch them on the exit. Oh, and another time he gets caught with a nade in his hands, and a failed nade at that. His teammates won't make the same mistake. Twist catching Cajun, and now NiP have mowed down the competition to finish this round off. I say that, Kjaerbye still kicking, finds the frag, will back away. But the bomb's on the site. And this round should be confirmed. 4A1 does have a luxury when the smoke's in play. You can just throw tracerless fire.
Kjaerbye's going around the world right now to see if he can find a different avenue to aggress onto this B bomb site. You can see 4 members basically standing on top of each other here from NiP.
Defend the bomb.
Taking this quite literally. Now, yesterday we highlighted a round where Big decided to defend the bomb. Didn't work out very well for them against the Ninjas, who were able to pull off a 2-on-4. I'm not sure if we'll be seeing similar scenes here, as the utility will be coming out. Going to allow Yugi to push on up and pick up with the AWP.
But your options are so limited here. You're just going to have to walk into the Hurt Locker. Kjaerbye, 14 health, won't even get a chance to see his opponent before NiP respond in kind. So 1-1 so far in the second overtime of our first map of our final series of our first group of Stage 2 of our 10th season.
Let's just talk about what both teams are playing for right here. This map feels like it is the 3rd of the series.
It does.
And it kind of is for North, because if they can't pick this up, it doesn't matter what happens after this. They lose this, their chances go down the drain. The opportunity to play in front of the home crowd squashed. And that's almost 2019 in the books. Not too many events left after this one.
You keep your calendar clear because you're setting your sights on Udensa. Oh, Twist, by throwing that nade, he potentially could get caught by the timing here. Res on the escape does. Nice work from Cajun B. Had the read and punishes to get a very early frag on the board.
Look at the amount of nades left for the Ninjas right now. We have 1:20 left on the clock. They have hardly anything left to defend with. Compare that to North.
If they do the double HE here and Plopsky dies to it again, he is going to be fuming. It could be the triple. Yeah, Kjaerby's got it as well.
He's in a safe zone right now.
Safe?
Yeah,
okay.
He's just put himself towards the back wall. He was previously standing in the danger zone.
Oh, what's so funny about that strat is it looks so good when it works. When it doesn't, it's like the most blatant, there's 3 of us here.
Yeah, ringing the dinner bell.
Yeah, come and get us, boys. Instead, this is the definition of pack rolling. All 4 members of North with 1 twist heading towards long. And then starting their advance towards the top site. Forrest with a Molotov in his hands. He's going to have to get the timing right here.
But they can set up a full set piece here. They've got 2 smokes to obscure the vision of Bank and CT. They have Molotovs to clear out the closer angles. They're just walking in.
It does look like they're going to go quiet. And now the bomb drop. They know they're committing towards this one. 4 versus 4 by the time. North really have to speed this one up. They start the swing. It's not okay. Now it is. AZ and Yugi, a frag apiece. Lekro on the flank. They're already poised and ready for that. Has to be precise. And now Yugi has to change his mind. Looks for an Optimus plant instead. Where's Plopsky? He is miles away. On his way towards long.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Utility. What? To be seen. And he still gets that frag. This aimer keeps delivering. This time with the AK-47. 1 nade is all he's got to play with. Might want to throw that towards Optimus, and he does so. Softens up Yugi down to 71. Timing's good. Cajun can cross towards the bomb site. Plopsky's not going to be ready. And now Lekro, he just doesn't really have the opportunity. Yugi, however, does get forced off. Cajun tagged, not fragged. 20 for North, and that means a whole lot to Mytha as they close in on picking up the first of what could be a long night of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, Cajun there was the hero in that round. The fact that he was a little bit more audacious, pushing that smoke that he's been throwing to extinguish the Molotov over there towards Playground Stairs, meant that he could get a bit of a timing. You could see Rez and both Twist had no idea that he was aggressive. Caught out the rifler right there, and that was the opening of the door, which gave them a chance to get 2 of those T-sided rounds. Now just needing 2 CT rounds right here in North. As well, more of the same. Very similar scenes from both teams here. Lekro, hyper aggressive, you know, making a lot of noise right now. They definitely know he's going to be there, and well, there's the flash again.
Working out wonders. This time it was easy to throw it. Lekro throws his head into the guillotine. Quick opening frags from the set approach from North. Flash into under, that's 1. 2 bodies drop, make it 3. Cajun B wins the duel onto Rez. Just 2 remain to fight off Fend Off 21.
Hello.
Oh, he waits it out perfectly. Wallbang just to try and warn Forrest off, but with an AWP no less. Twist is considering advance. He's going to be playing a bit of a slow game, and it's going to work out wonderfully. Gade caught as he was trying to tuck in towards the barrels, and what was a 2 versus 4. Now looking a little more manageable. 2 versus 5, I should correct myself. Forrest, of course, onto Kirby as well. They step in. Nice off angle from Cajun with his low HP as well. Now he's going to have backs turned. He can punish that plant. It's worked out wonderfully. 19 seconds. This round almost confirmed with that frag. They can just play the waiting game. Yugi likely going to peek with his teammate. Twist onto the first. Cajun not going to be willing to take that fight.
There's no way.
10 seconds there. That's what I'm thinking. But with a smoke, that could be a plant. It's going to be even worse. It's a knife into the spine to secure the 21st round for North.
We've seen Twist do some ridiculous things with that one right there. If he had pulled that off, I don't even know. He's not even human at that point. Now, Cajun, in the last 2 rounds, that is the reason they brought a veteran like this into the team, to make those heads-up plays. The chips are down, you know, he understands the situation, knows that he can play spoiler. It is a risk in both of those last 2 situations, getting the opening kill onto Rez and the previous when they were on the T side. Just there playing forward when you knew that execute was coming in, as opposed to staying with his teammates and taking duels. Those risks, they needed to be taken, and he's made them work. And now North, they are just 1 round away from taking this map. On the flip side, we need to look at this for NiP. They'll go on to Nuke, a map which, you know, North don't mind playing. At least historically, the Danes love it. And then the pressure falls on them, because if they lose 2-0, well, there's no chance they'll be going through to the finals. So this one could get flipped on its head very, very quickly.
Yeah, part of me feels that one way or the other, Nuke is going to be a barn burner. Kirby, look at this aggression. There's still 75 seconds. He's pushed all the way down long, and now he's got a back turn. Will he wait? Will he find Twist, or will he get caught out? Reveals it. The jig is up, but still has the advantage as he's going to be taking this fight onto Twist. It has to be a precise deagle, and it is. Hard work from Kirby to destabilize, but unable to find the second, puts NiP back into the driving seat of this round. 3-man stack onto the B site. So investigation's going to be coming out from NiP in mid as well. Through Banana, Plopsky advances. They have presence towards long as well. The AWP Twist responsible for it.
Looks like it'll be an A finish right now. You can see that Lekro's run all the way back to grab that bomb. Will be now scuttling on over to regroup with his teammates. And the very forward positions that Twist and Plopsky have been able to grab are allowing the utility to be thrown. And Yugi's going to kick this one off.
This could be it. Looking for the conclusion. 3 T's advance with 15 seconds. The Molly's going to force Yugi forward, and actually I think he's going to commit to this. Still holding W, still pushing forward, pressing the issue. This round is as good as over. No time, no hope. North find the first, and a step in the right direction towards Unsa.
It was a laboured game, 11-4 first half. It thought like North had just completely locked that one up and were looking fantastic. However, the Ninjas, they battle back. They show some magic. They show some signs of life. And now
both teams one map away from qualifying for the finals.
I mean, yeah, we've got our final map, essentially. Not necessarily, but it is all going to come down to Nuke, the winner of which will be off to the Pro League finals. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be broken down by Harry and Hugo, no less.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Son intelligence de jeu, même quand il avait 6-7 ans, c'était assez incroyable.
Donc au début, on était meilleur que lui.
Je pense c'est à partir de ses 14 ou 15 ans qu'il a commencé à être meilleur.
Au début, quand il perdait, c'était un très mauvais perdant. Hein.
Oui, je me souviens très bien qu'il cassait beaucoup de souris.
I've been there since the beginning. Every map, every frag, every moment. I run, but I never hide. With knowledge comes power, and power is to be wielded wisely. Which is why, as the expert, I bet with Betway. If you know CSGO, then you know the best way to bet on esports is with Betway, for the love of the game.
This is game fuel. It's domination in a can. Aw, tastes like loser tears.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
About too hard, ayy, what about too hard, ayy, what about too hard, ayy, about too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this, don't like surprises, I cause a crisis, man I'm a scientist, with the music I spice things, up to my liking, man I want nice things, that's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Still you have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy, turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah, I ain't too far. I do it big, I keep it large, okay, live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy, what about too hard, ayy, what about too hard, ayy, about too hard.
Hold up your sign though, they ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. It's not like a pop song. Take a dive before you dry, y'all. It's the only way to live. You can't be without it, baby. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Try before you sign off. Shit could kill the sick. Free all stars. It's the only way to live. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah, yeah. Hold up your sign, though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on it. They ain't count on it. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all it. They don't want all it. They don't want all it. Pick up panel to be right on. Yeah. Cause no one really gives. Don't look back, I'll keep your eyes on. Long ago. Doesn't matter what.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, The Road to Odense, Betway, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and Pay Safeguard.
Welcome back to the ESL Pro League. Here is me, your host, Hugo Byron, and I'm going to be breaking down this game. Of course, I couldn't do it alone. I think I could barely do it with help, but I've got Harry by my side.
Well, you barely have help then, don't you?
Yeah, you know,
you
what can you do?
are flying solo here. Hugo, we just saw a very, very long game. I made a bunch of notes, right? It was 11-4 in the half, and I'm sat there, I'm like, well, I got 10% left on my phone, but it's fine. This is going to be a quick game. It wasn't a quick game. My phone's now dead to the old battery, and as a result, I'm doing this one just off the old noggin.
Oh, don't worry, Harry. You've got plenty of information in your brain, but what a game we just witnessed. North versus NiP going the distance, going to overtime here on Overpass. It's a map that North had in their pocket as a pick, 11 rounds on their first half of the T side, and I thought surely it was done at that point, but NiP able to pull it all the way back just to fall past round 30. That's got to be a heartbreaker.
Yeah, I think there's a few players that I want to highlight early on for the North side. Obviously, you've got to talk about AZ, right? Has a monumental game of Counter-Strike. He was speaking in that interview ahead of the game, saying how much getting to Odense would mean to him, how much reaching the Pro League finals on home turf would mean to the whole North squad. And I think you could really see that there at Overpass, right? He comes into his own. Kirby as well. I wanted to talk about him because when we moved on to the CT half, you know, T side, he didn't really get much done, but I think that wasn't through lack of trying, the 11-4 the half, right? Then, CT side of things, the player that actually kind of starts to turn it all around, I think is Kirby and also Gade. Both of them, Gade down towards the B bomb site and Kirby with some big moments up towards A. They really do come into there, and the one that comes to mind is where Kirby, he's hidden the toilets, he's waiting, he sneaks through that smoke, and he denies the whole round on the back of that delay peak in through the toilets into the A-bomb site. Yeah,
loads of flanks, loads of long pushes and good counters from Kirby and co. Even AZ in the toilets from time to time. And I think AWPing is a big topic as well, right? Twist certainly looked slow to start off that map. Yuki definitely out-AWPing him at the start. But once we switched over to the CT side where NiP started to pull a comeback, we were seeing Yuki constantly attempt this aggression, getting down towards B-Water, taking fights in mid, and always giving up these picks. NiP getting ahead of the game. It was luckily Yuki picking up the pieces at the end of the map, closing the round with a 3K on that A site.
Yeah, in the heads-to-head between Yugi and Twist, Yugi had won 5 out of the 7 of them. So constantly beating the Swedish AWP. But I think that's going to create some problems for NiP now, looking into the realms of Nuke. Twist is always someone who struggled over on that T side to begin with, and then really comes into his own, usually on the CT half. But after, I feel like what was a pretty lackluster game from him, I really hope he can recover. One man who needs to keep up his form is AZ. You can see on the screen right now, 34 rifle kills in that game. Stellar stuff from him. Another stat line that I want to throw your way, Hugo, is the opening kills in these rounds, right? North, 26 opening kills. Wow. And for NiP, 15. So considerably less, but I think in a weird way that kind of makes this NiP feat of a double overtime that much more impressive. How can you go a man down that many times and still long it out?
Especially considering that was mainly on the T side as well, right? When we saw the first initial half all those rounds ago when North 11-4'd, they went 11-4 in opening duels at the end of the half. It wasn't always necessarily on the rounds that they're winning, you know, they're getting the picks, but still, you know, showing at least why North had such a run in that first half with getting all those opening kills. Either way, that was a real game of grenades and boosts. Think about the amount of boosts we had over towards that B site at the same time, towers being built on either sides of walls, on either sides of smokes, and another note as well is the grenades, right? Especially North's T side, getting so many entries into that B bomb site and softening up targets towards the barrels with those stacks.
I felt like I was watching the NiP and North like NBA teams playing, because it was always these like 6-foot boosted dude. They would be out the camera shot if we were reenacting it, right? And there was just so many boosts pulled in. One of the things I loved as well was, I think it was AZ down towards B, showed us that little, he ran towards the back of Monster and spotted the boost. So that was fantastic, and I like that. I've never seen that. I didn't know you could see that boost, that 5-man boost for Heaven from the pit. So there's a little tidbit that I feel like not many people knew about. I've already seen that's doing the rounds on social media. So I think a lot of people were taken by surprise there.
Yeah, you know, you love the 5-man boost on Overpass. Nothing more fun than that, even though the train does constantly get in the way. But I mean, even NiP pulling out that triple boost at the back of B short in rifle rounds, just scary stuff. It really does show how sometimes it can be difficult to get those opening kills. And, you know, throwing in a little gimmick like that, throwing in something special to catch off your opponents can typically lead you in those man advantage situations, and that of which North ended up in so many of, as you highlighted earlier.
Well, Hugh, I think it's probably good if we start to look ahead to Nuke, right? The second map. We've spoke about Overpass and the brawl that it was, but of course, the prize that these two teams are vying for right now is that last remaining Pro League final spot in Odense. And so, for NiP, if they're able to get Nuke, they don't even have to win the series. If they get Nuke, they've locked it in. If North get it, they'll be heading to the Pro League finals along with G2. So this next map decides absolutely everything.
Yeah, and here's kind of the crazy thing about that next upcoming map, right? When we think Nuke, we think Denmark, don't we? We think Danish home turf. And for iterations of the North roster, for Astralis, etc., Heroic, these teams have always been good at it. But at least with this roster from North, if you look at the numbers, if you look at the stats, 7 maps played, 29% win rate. Really not top of the charts there. Obviously, it wasn't their pick coming into this series, but it's one that NiP are going to be feeling comfortable on as well. North, that being said, we've seen they've had their fair share of Nuke games here in the Pro League so far, even taking a triple overtime game versus Big that they just about clinched a win on.
Yeah, I'm really hoping from North we can just see more of that heads-up, 5-man, grouped together style of Counter-Strike where they do just kind of play as a unit, they all play. Because that was, if you think about it, that T side originally, that's all it was over towards Long, down towards Monster. It was just grouping 5 players up, taking the gunfights and winning them in storming fashion, right? So it was only when they started to slow things down, when NiP got some more momentum going, that game really turned against them. One thing here that's looking good for the Ninjas, at least heading into Nuke, is Plopsky and Forest both had a stellar game then, and that's what's usually the recipe for success for this NiP squad.
No more talking for me and you though, Harry. We are done with our job, and we're going to be throwing it over to the casters. Obviously, you all know them, you all love them. It's some of the best casters in the industry, the most up-and-coming, incredible voices of Counter-Strike. It is, of course, your boys, your girls, Just Harry GG and Hugo Byron.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Hugo. I'm over here at the caster's desk, and we're ready to get into this one. Stellar stuff from the boys over on the desk. They've always been putting in great work. Big fan of them.
Killing it, really.
Alongside me is Hugo Byron.
Oh, hello.
How you feeling, man, as we get into this one? North NiP, it's Nuke, it's a lot of ends, and a lot of endings, perhaps, as well, for one of these two teams.
Yeah,
they're done.
I mean, I'm having an identity crisis as well. I don't know what segment I'm on, what job I'm doing, Harry, what desk I should even be standing at. But regardless, I'm happy to be here. Nuke on the cards for this next map. And after that absolute, length of the game back on Overpass, who knows what we're in store for here? We've already seen overtimes, as said, and I am all down for many, many more. Winner of this map, likely going to be, or definitely going to be solidifying their spot in the Pro League Finals in Odense near the end of the year. And we're straight into the action, Harry. T-side start for NiP. It's going to be a fast A play. Cajun up in heaven. The A site is empty for North. They've left it dormant, giving Ninjas the control. Now, there is a kit and lots of utility to get back into things. So bomb down and 5-on-5 post spot, not your most common situation on this map.
No, certainly not. And luckily enough for North, this is by design. AZ's got these two flashbangs, right? He's going to throw these in through heaven. We actually saw teams back at the Asian mine a while ago attempt this, and it's kind of risen to some popularity since then. But this round, it's really not gone the way the North wanted it to. NiP, they're going to take that one by storm. They'll go up 1-0. They get that T-side pistol round locked in. And now for North, they do likely just have to sit on their laurels and offer us not much in this round.
Yeah, I mean, they could, of course, force. Pretty common to see in the second round CT buy, but North maybe just wanting to get their guns in sooner rather than later. And I respect it, right? Of course, I think of all maps, Nuke second rounds are probably the best to force in out of anything. But at the end of the day, rifles sooner rather than later does sound better. Especially considering you don't want to give away too many free rounds to NiP on this T side.
Well, especially because, and this is such a unique situation to be in as well. For North, they're coming into this, and you're 1-0 up in the series. You might normally look at that as, oh, thank God, okay, we can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief. We've still got a third map in the chamber. But no, if you go 3 maps North, you are not reaching the finals.
Yeah.
So
even if you win the series,
this is now do or die for the Danes.
It's like a best of 2, Harry.
It is basically a best of 2.
I mean, best of 2 is just 2 best of 1s, really. It's all over the place, as are NiP right now with a player out in the yard. Lecro, one of the SMGs outside, not what you would expect typically, but it's not a worry as North once again give up this A bomb site, and NiP have worked that one out pretty quickly. Bomb getting planted, and a 5-on-4 on the post plant. North are all about damage in this one. USPs and nothing else, so no rush to really take these engagements, especially knowing that SMGs are in play. They don't want to give away that kill reward. So take your time, make NiP work for these kills, try and draw them into your crossfires. And that's what Yugi and Kiebi are attempting to do outside, although Lecro wrapping back round, finding one. That's actually from Silo. Rez even catching Cajun going aggressive in the lobby, and it's all a bit of a formality here for North. Run, Forrest, run! I'm not a smart man.
Laughs like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
But NiP, they got 2 rounds, Harry, and Forrest is dead. At least he's got his legs.
Yeah, man, I don't remember the film ending that way.
No. Who knows what was in that box of chocolates, Harry?
Yeah, man.
Maybe cyanide. Maybe not, but maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Create a lot of powerful enemies, Lieutenant Dan.
I'm a big Lieutenant Dan fan.
Good for you, Harry. Good for you.
Oh.
Support our troops.
Oh, hang on a minute. Look at this. NiP, they're running straight into this A bomb site. A fast round from them, but it's not an A play. Instead, they'll take the ramp room. They get a 1-for-1, but Yugi's there to keep the advantage in favor of North. They get down through ramp. You can see Forrest here, first man in, trying to try and get past AZ. Twist has been left back up in the lobby. He can try and come in late, but a lot of this now relying on this bomb actually going down towards the B side of the map. AZ hidden in this smoke. Plopsky's gonna go through, but they've just missed one another. There we go. Plopsky will deal with AZ, and it's the 3-on-3 once again, but already North are here. They're knocking on the door of NiP, and this ramp rotation from Yugi could prove to be so valuable for North. He comes in late, Twist having to reposition into the window. Ready to take this fight onto Gade. Will he get jump scared by this crouching man? Half the height, Gade. Might be half the size, but it's twice the firepower as he shuts down Twist. Plopsky now alone.
And stuck in the open. They're going to spot him from Decon. Kiebi's got the info, and Plopsky couldn't get back to Dark in time. I like that idea, though, from NiP. What they did is when Plopsky planted on that very off position in the smoke, Twist blew the door open with a grenade and took control towards the radio. If he doesn't die there to gate, if he stays alive, the door's been blown open, so he can easily get an angle onto a diffuser on that bomb and then run up to the windows and switch positions, get really annoying in a clutch scenario. So there was a world in which NiP could have definitely picked that up with the bomb plant position, but Kiebi, a couple of massive frags from him, and Gade as well, stopping that B play. North getting their first round on the board here on the CT side, nice and early, proving that the waiting for the rifles in round number 3 was more than worth it. We've got a scout out for Twist now, no AWP, rifles here for NiP, and Kriegs have been handed over 3 of them. That is scary stuff.
Oh, one of these pesky Kriegs finds itself on Kiebi. He's holding towards outside, and he so often plays this smoke. He so often plays around it, and he's so at home. He's so good here, and he tries to slip away. Will get caught by Plopsky at least, but before he goes, a bit of a parting gift as he does 78 points of damage onto that man. Brings him down to the one-shot potential with any of these rifles over on the CT side. So they've softened NiP up. But NiP do have outside control, and they're going to try and put that to good use now. Oh, he's going to go through this, mate. Twist, not Plopsky. Twist goes running in. He's got Plopsky with him. That's why I'm confused. And Lekro's here as well. The trio of Swedes go into the bomb site and into the moors of Gade, but he's only good for one. Yugi trying to stand the test of time, and it's a team ace for North. Everyone pulls their weight. A second round on the board for the Danes.
A team ace, otherwise known as an observer's nightmare, as everyone's stepping up there for the Danish side of things. And yeah, the CT side beginning to be pieced together now, as you would expect, right? NiP's money going to start to dwindle as North get back-to-back rounds in this half. Pistols now going to be a factor here for the Pajama Boys. Got a smoke on Plopsky. Everyone else just a light upgrade pistols on 3. Crossing towards red, but only one man outside here. NiP going to be putting the bulk of this this push in the lobby. One more on Silo to join. That's going to be Forrest, but Plopsky's got the D and he's looking for a kill. Everyone coming outside. It's a Silo party right now.
Well, you know, weather's good. Sky is blue. Maybe not for much longer if the T-side get their way. Have you seen that post about the lore of CSGO and Nuke maybe being the final mission? Well, right now it is North's final mission to close this one out here and now. And Plopsky opening things up on Uazi. Quite the scarp to find when you think about his performance in the round prior. And maybe a chance that these pistols can find something. But thankfully, Kiebi is not missing a beat. But he is beating a Swede. And those are also 2 vegetables. So let's see. They've had 1, but they need to complete their 5 a day. NiP creeping forward outside, but no one here from North to challenge.
Oh, well, another vegetable added to the tally. Forrest comatose here outside. Fast A play, though, for NiP, and that's a quick shot from Yugi. Can he stop the bomb from going down? They've actually faked it. They cancelled it, and Twist, if he committed to that plant, he would have definitely had it. Kiebi comes in late, but Twist was out wide. He was actually safe for a second. That would have been a very important bomb plant, and I guess the surprise that Yugi was on the site was enough to get him off of it. Unfortunate stuff for NiP, who would have loved the extra $800 coming into this next rifle round, but they've got to buy regardless, Harry. They don't have a choice. Oh, these FOVs on the replays. Rush has done some tinkering, I think, and I'm loving it.
This is what I was going to say. So Rush, he came into me at the start of the day and he said, mate, I've been working on some new camera angles for Nuke. And it's only on Nuke, but I've been working on... now, I don't think this is Rush observing, honestly.
No, it's not. It's Jakey. But the replays were in a very high FOV. I want the highest FOV for my replays. I want the players to look like it's an old school pro mod game. Yeah, it's Quake. There we go. You know, before my time, but sure. Either way, in this round, North, They've got the information, these smokes are outside, and they've sent a player down below. That's Yugi, NiP with 4 down the secret stairwell as Rez holds the lobby for re-aggression, tries to make sure that North don't have too much info. If North pushed lobby and got it for free, they could heavily rotate down towards B in anticipation of this lower attack. Right now, Yugi has no info in his position. He's just hoping that they come to him through that decon door. Rez is going to start to make a bit of a play out hard, and the rest of NiP making their presence very much known on this B-bomb site.
Forest opening up onto occasion B. Rez has been holding for this lobby push all round long, but he gets found, and now it's these players down at the B site that have to try and get in, but they can't get past Yugi. Finally, Twist deals with him, but a 1v3 is where he finds himself, and with AZ wrapping in through decon, the flashbang is good as well. That kill locked in from afar. And that's another round on the board for North.
Harry, I've had word the Pigeons have delivered letters down to the studio. Rush is upping the FOV by 5 for every replay, as you can see. I told him more than 5. We need lots of FOV.
CS
this is sick, dude.
Like
this is awesome. I mean, the silos disappeared, but we can move past that. This looks awesome. I want the game like this. I don't want just the replays. I'm going to keep demanding more.
I do wish we could take our FOV above, I think it's like 68 is the maximum right now. I wish we could take it to 90, honestly.
I thought you were about to say 69 just for the sake of it. Just by 1. But, yeah, 90.
I'm not a child.
Well, not physically.
AZ, let's see. He's got memories of childhood here as players come barreling through and he's trying to shut them down, but no, he'll get toppled. Not exactly the sweet treat he was hoping for, but Gade is here to save the day, and he will mop up absolutely everybody. North 5-2. I tell you what, man, the Danes, they needed to 2-0 this series, and it's looking like it's a possibility. I mean, what a storyline that would be for North. A team that's like constantly been...
I want AWP zoomed in kills now. If the Krieg looks like that, what's the AWP like? Is it still just a scope?
That's how you nerf the Krieg, right there, right?
You just make the barrel, the scope like 1 centimeter.
It's like, man, you're seeing more, but only through that millimeter of eyeball.
Yeah. And, you know, it's like a balance, right? You get more out external view, right? The scope's no longer blocking anything, but there's nothing in the scope because it's only a pixel.
From like a, you know, realism point of view, I don't know how that would work. You lift the scope to your eye and you get like 4 vision of everything around you.
Yeah, but to finish your point, though, the crazy thing about this is NiP have had such a good run these last couple of days. If we look at the victories that they've had, they destroyed Big, right? 16-1ing them on their own map pick. They took a victory over G2, who have already qualified for those Pro League finals. So it's kind of crazy to think that there is a world, and a very likely world with how this game is going, that NiP will not be at the Pro League finals after, you know, such a strong couple of days. Of course, not to take it away from North, it's great to see them here, but I really thought NiP was a mainstay after seeing these first 2 days. Either way.
Yeah, I did not envision a world in which NiP did not make the finals. So if it all falls apart here and now, phenomenal for North. And what a story of this like comeback from a team that looked a little bit flat to suddenly reaching what seemed so impossible. And that's the thing, they've even kind of made that clear in the interviews. They do keep saying, like, we're not where we want to be right now at all. And they know it. So ramp play now coming through. Rez is going to get in first, and alongside him is Lekro. But brief